It is. You got a fish. You got one. An unexpected halibut. There it is. Oh my God. We didn't even know it was on there. Nice.
But was it? We'll get back to whether that's actually a halibut later. But first, let's show you how we got ourselves to land a fish in the first place.
Okay, working on getting our rod set up for halibut fishing. We've only done this, well, technically twice before, but we did not set up our own rods. But we have our own gear this year, and I have a vague memory of how Ben taught us to do this in the first halibut fishing video we did. So check that out here. What we have here is our lead line. What is it called? Hang on. Our leader. Our lead line coming off of our spool, goes up the rod, comes down, and then we have this guy, which slides up and down that line and will hold our weight. I'm not going to put it on now because I don't need it. And then we come down here to a spinner, and that allows obviously this line, which is the mono, to be out rolling around in the bottom of the ocean, and it will spin this line all up and get it all screwed up. To protect the uniknot that we have this line on, we have this little bead, so that when this guy inevitably slides down and bops against this, it isn't gonna like untie the knot and ruin the knot. So this little bead will protect it. This guy with all its weight won't come in and ruin it. We have another uniknot, and then we come down to the end of our line. I'm trying 6 feet. I don't know if that's right. And then we'll have our hook. But what we need to decide is there's a lot of different ways to bait. We need to run to trustworthy hardware in town tomorrow. I think we're gonna try one of our lines with a jig and possibly one of our lines the way we baited the first time, which is to have mackerel, in which case we'll tie a couple of hooks and stick it through the mackerel. We'll wait to do that tomorrow when we're down at the beach. But I am going to set up our other 2 rods to this point, so that's a little bit faster for when we get out onto the beach.
Go fishing. Woo!
Maybe too much energy.
I don't think so.
Just dial it back.
I think you need that much energy at least for shore halibut fishing. So you gotta pump it up.
Oh, that's right. Forgot how to tie knots.
So the types of knots I'm told we should use for this is called a uniknot, which is a little bit different than what we use for our salmon rods, which is a polymer knot. So a uniknot is pretty simple. It's just a slip knot, basically. Go through your swivel or your hook or whatever you're doing. Give yourself about 6 inches of line, and then you're gonna pinch here, and then you're gonna make a loop with the line and just hold it with your thumb. So like that. So the line is going in a loop behind this and then back on top of this. And then you're basically just gonna wrap it through 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You just pull it like that. Get it nice and small. And then if it's a slip knot, you grab the longer end and boop, right down. So you just yank it nice and tight, and there you go. So it's a slip knot, so as this end gets pulled, that knot just gets tighter and tighter.
Pro tip, bring a knife. If you don't have one, a fishing hook might work.
So this is basically a rod stand for a beach. We'll pound it into the sand, stick the rod in, and it'll hold the rod pretty much straight up.
So after you've cast, you'll set your rod into the stand.
Right, so the bait is gonna have to sit out in the ocean for a while, hopefully not too long, but rather than standing there and trying to hold this rod, we'll just stick it in the stand and then we can go relax.
All right, go ahead, give it a shot. Yeah.
We'll need a bell. And this we're gonna stick at the top of the rod, the tip of the rod, so that when it's sitting there, if anything hits it, it'll ring the bell and alert us. And yeah, that's the hot setup.
Got the bell. All right. So for our third one, we're going with this jig. We're gonna see if we have any luck with that.
Give it a try.
All right, you guys. Caitlin's looking for agate on the beach. I tried jigging for a little bit, which is a different method where you cast out with some brightly colored bait and kind of do a swift pull, reel in the slack, swift pull, reel in the slack, trying to give that fake bait some life. See if it'll attract any of the fish, but I don't think I had the right weight. It was too heavy. It was kind of difficult to do, so put that rod away. We're just watching the other two. We've got our bells on, and yeah, nothing so far. But I think we've got a few more minutes before the tide moves up a little bit more, and we'll maybe cast again one more time, maybe two more times, see if we get anything, and then fortunately it's getting late already, even though it doesn't look like it. And we'll have to call it a day. Hope you all learned something about how to set up the line. We're not experts, we're learning how to do this based on what Ben told us the last time we were out here. I tried to set it up in a similar way, plus I did some other research online. So I think I have the line set up properly. Whether we have the correct weights, whether we have the bait that they like, whether we're even out here at the right time, I have no idea. But we're just gonna keep trying and we'll keep learning, and maybe one day we'll pull in a big fish. We'll see. Yeah, we're gonna hang here, drink some hot chocolate, and yeah, give it a few more minutes. Hot chocolate.
So want me to film? Looks like you might have gotten a bite.
Yeah. Got half of it. Look out.
There we go.
I mean, that could have been me dragging it back in too.
Could be. But let's just
rang
say.
that bell pretty hard.
Yeah.
So that's encouraging.
Phew.
You got a fish. You got one. Nice. Wow. We caught a halibut. Hold that monster up. Wow. Unbelievable.
It was unbelievable and unexpected. And it wasn't a halibut, but we didn't know that yet.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden I was like, wait a second, this is way heavier.
That's so funny. Nicely done. Wow, success.
And since we didn't know that it wasn't a halibut, we brought it home to process it.
Yeah, so slippery. Okay. All right, so we've got our halibut. This is the first time we're attempting to fillet a halibut, so we'll see how it goes. So they said start at the tail.
Yeah, at the end of that fin there.
And do a slit.
Do you want to just turn it? We need to sharpen our blade.
We're learning. And I think you go up the, so right there you can feel the
Spine?
spine. Get my thumb there, that would help. And then down. And then I think you just come in here right along. Skip that first part for a second.
Nice.
A little bit, definitely left some
Not too much though.
some meat, just
good.
right here. It's not too bad, okay. So you just do the same thing. So you avoid this soft bit, here is the belly. So you want to just get your cut
Right.
behind that. Hopefully not nick it. And then you do the same cut. So I didn't quite avoid it. Just a little bit more at least. Okay, then I think that's it. But that's, you know, that's a decent amount of meat from a small fish. Bag this guy.
And that's a disclaimer. We've never done this before, so that's
No,
the
that's
first
a
one we've ever done.
Yeah, that's the first time. We know that wasn't great, but we want to learn how to do it because we hope to catch more fish. So yeah, we're gonna try and head out again
In a couple of days.
in a couple of days. So if we can get out there, we will bring you guys along. And if we get another fish, we'll take another shot at filleting it. And I think we'll get better at it as we go. Remember that I'll put a link in the description below from our first halibut shore fishing video so you can learn how to set up the bait. Our friend Ben, who's a fishing guide, taught us that, and it's been a pretty popular video, so definitely go check that out. And subscribe to our channel. We'll be doing more shore fishing. We'll bring you along for the ride, share with you everything that we've learned, and hopefully you can get out there and have some fun shore fishing as well. All right, everyone. It is the day after our successful shore fishing trip, and we're super excited that we landed that fish. However, I have the sneaking suspicion that our halibut may not be a halibut. As much as I want us to have been successful on our first time out on our own, there's a lot of other fish that are flatfish. They look like this. And I have a feeling the chances that we got the one that we wanted are not high. I'm gonna go get Kate's opinion. I think that she thinks it's a halibut, but we may have to get an expert opinion.
taking care of your plants there. Well, this isn't a plant video. So I was doing some research today and I have the suspicion that our halibut wasn't a halibut. But what do you think?
I still think it was a halibut.
You do?
I still think it's a halibut.
Okay. Well, there's many other flatfishes in the world and in the oceans here. So I think it might be another flatfish, maybe some sort of flounder or something, but...
flounder's still tasty.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a success. It's just not what we were fishing for. So I say we get an expert opinion from one of our friends.
I like it. Are we betting on it?
Maybe. What would you like to bet?
I don't know, I should think about it.
Hang on. Are we just betting for the halibut?
Yes.
I'm gonna make that joke every video we do about halibut. Okay, so the question is, for our resident fish expert, did we catch a halibut or did we catch a flounder?
Before I look at this, internet, I'm a freshwater fish biologist. The ocean's a scary place. Okay, here we go. Wait, where's the top?
This is the head.
Where's the back?
You
didn't get the back.
But
dorsal.
the tail.
It's called the dorsal.
Tail is
The dorsal side.
Do you know what a fish is?
I know that this is not a salmon. Interesting.
But the tail is kind of doing that arc.
It is doing that arc.
Do you think it's doing an arc? Because it looks round to me.
All right, here's what's happening for basically the rest of the night. I'm going to go and I'm going to look in my NOAA ground fish identification thing that one of my nerdy marine people sent me.
Okay.
And, oh, here we go. Oh, this is the top. Oh, this is the fish. I thought you were saying, oh, yeah, she a flounder, baby.
Is it?
Yeah.
Flounder.
Flounder.
Disappointment.
No, every fish is wonderful.
Oh, hi,
Please
Mats.
come
What
work
do
for
you
Alaska
think?
Fishing Game. Oh, goodness. Yeah, she
All
a
right.
flounder. And I think that
thank
one
you.
is the one that's not tasty. I just learned this the other day. Yeah, like the starry flounder's good.
Well, there's like a summer and a winter too.
And a fall and a spring.
I don't know. I don't know how many seasons there
There's
are
the
even.
Equinoxes. There's it gets complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
you
right.
could say.
So it's a flounder officially.
So I think it's a
I'm
flounder.
pretty positive it's a flounder. I can send it off for further analysis if you need.
Well, folks, there you have it. When a success isn't a success. When you catch a flounder instead of a halibut. It's okay. We were really happy to just get out there. Every time we go, we're learning more and more, and we will get out and do more shore fishing and hopefully have some success and bring in a halibut. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully each time you'll learn a little more along with us. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.